This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and today we're going to take a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series Cobra Infantry, or what I will probably refer to as the Cobra Trooper from here on out, because that's the way I remember the name being. Whether that's accurate or not, I couldn't tell you. Although, they did have Cobra Trooper on the base for the Hiss Driver, which also seems kind of weird because why didn't they have Hiss Driver or Rip It on it for the Hiss 3? But hey, when we look at the back, we just have kind of the generic picture, this going more with what they were kind of doing previously, where everything was supposed to look kind of futuristic military rather than styled after the classics. Although we do have a lot of vehicles pictured around here too. Uh, Conquests, Sky Striker. I don't remember what that's actually called, but it came with the Cobra Terradrome. We got the Shark, we've got the Firefly, we've got the Trouble Bubbles, and the Hiss, the Firefly, and the Trouble Bubbles are all vehicles that we are getting at some point here, or have gotten, I should say, at this point. Does not look like they have the um, Vamp, though, on here, which is actually the next vehicle that's coming out. So, let's take a look at the box. And I did not pre-cut the tape this time, so stupid little paper information that nobody cares about. By the way, I actually like saving the little image here on the back just because I've actually got a bunch of those on the shelf behind my Cobra troops. Also on the side, we've got some nice artwork as well. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. And we see a bunch of the troopers down here at the bottom. So this is early on where they weren't giving us second heads, where they had the different races, where some of the later releases of troop builders do have like both black and white faces showing. He's got the chicken neck ball joint that goes spinning around. You can kind of look up and look down, turn to the side, look longingly at the stars, angry. We do have a butterfly joint, somewhat hindered by the vest, but not too badly. We can go up, we can go down, we can spin around. We've got a bicep cut. We've got the double jointed elbows, and man, his are butter smooth. Okay, well, they do click, but I mean, they move nice and easy, unlike most of the other ones I've checked out recently. And spins. He's got the in and out on his wrist joint. We might have an ab crunch under there, but I can't really tell with the vest in the way. I think he does. We do have the ball joint in the waist, however. The ab crunch. Drop down hips to allow for additional posability. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knees. We like our double jointed knees. We got the boot cut. We've got the hinge at the foot, and the foot can spin around and do the hokey pokey. As far as the overall look goes here, his mask, actually, he's got like what looks like more of a, it's not a bandana mask like the original vintage stuff kind of portrayed it as. This is definitely more of a rebreather kind of thing, perhaps. Filter system. So I guess if they get hit with tear gas, their eyes will still water, but their mouths will not. We've definitely got some armor here on the sides, and this is an old enough figure that they have pin joints. I'll have to take a look at that on the some of the upcoming versions that they've done. He's got shin guards. The boots are, I would say the boots are actually unique to him because I don't think I've noticed those on any other figure. He does not have a butt crack. Or, oh, he's got a slight butt crack. You can kind of see the cheeks starting to form there. I look at the weirdest things. We've got two duplicate pistols. One goes in the holster up front towards the side. The other one goes in the holster on his butt. We've got his helmet, pretty basic. And the little design on the front tells you that it is a trooper helmet. So he's got head protection. The knife is, of course, taped down. I think this kind of knife actually does have a name, but I can't think of it offhand. Aside from the fact that it is rather stylized too, because it might be hard to see, but it does look like the knife blade is coming out of a snake head. That's a pretty nice bit of detailing. When you think about it, how many of the other daggers are just really boring in this line? Put that up there. And we have his rifle. Again, this is going more for a futuristic look rather than a realistic look. And it's got a peg on the back, which is really awkward looking, but allows you to peg it into his back here. Or his vest does have a couple of little holes too, where you could plug it in there. I think the Cobra Island version of the Trooper made use of those holes more for holding the additional weapons that he came with. We have no additional hands. And of course, we have the fun time of putting his weapons in his. Well, his fingers are really stiff over there. Although, probably look more normal if he was carrying two pistols and not a pistol and a rifle. So, kind of similar to the Cobra Officer. Um, wow, actually, now that I look at it, okay, the legs are the same, the knees are the same, boots are different, arms are different. Well, the biceps are the same, but the forearms are different. And of course, they have the different masks. He's actually got like the cloth mask rather than the hard mask there. And he's got the little V on the top of his helmet, which lets you know that he's an officer also, as well as the Silver Cobra logo. They actually do have different torsos, which was also different in or I think in the vintage line, it was just literally a different paint job for the O-rings. Their vest equipment here is also different, and he comes with a little rifle thing or more of a shotgun type, shot-off shotgun like designed weapon here. pistol, knife, or dagger. There is more color on the trooper though than there is on the officer, I would say, because the knee pads where the officers are all black, his are actually both a dark blue and a gray. He's got the extra dark colors on the sides and even on his torso. Now that's also kind of interesting because, like I said, the torsos are different. Aside from the fact that he's got the silver snake and he's got the red snake, he's actually got more of a textured top, and he does not. Which is kind of interesting because I think Python Patrol. I'll have to take another. I'll be doing a review on those at some point in the future here, but I think they released both of the releases for Python Patrol were called Officers, and I think one is supposed to be the Trooper, and it's not the one that I thought was supposed to be the Trooper. So that's our look at the Cobra Infantry from G.I. Joe Classified. Please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Everything helps. Peace and love.